Hey there. Last night, Anthropic released a new skill for Claude Code called Playground, which creates an HTML visual tool to interact with your project rather than having to prompt and type everything. Let me show you how this works. This is a website that I built for a client, and I simply prompted Playground to create a tool that will allow me to tweak, edit, and enhance the layout of this website. It thought for a little while, and in one shot came back with this HTML page that has the website in this panel over here in the center, and all of these different controls that will allow me to change different elements of the site on the fly. Otherwise, I might be prompting, make it higher, make it lower, right? Make it bigger, make it smaller. Once you've dialed in the changes you like, if you scroll down here, Playground will create a prompt that you can copy back into Claude Code to implement the changes that you created. If we haven't met, my name's Adam. I run viableedge.com, where I work with small businesses, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs on implementing AI systems to help manage and automate marketing. I have a background in marketing at the enterprise level at companies like Nestle and American Express, and bring all of that experience into my different AI implementations. Let's get right to it. First, let's get it going, and then I'll explain to you what the Playground skill does and show it to you in action. Use the Playground skill to allow me to enhance, tweak, or edit the layout of my website and try different color schemes. All right, while Claude Code works on that, let me explain a little bit more. The Playground skill is designed to open up the ways that you can interact with the Claude Code project. I'd love to show you what it does with UI because I think it's going to change how a lot of people work with Claude Code. We're getting to a point where we don't even have to prompt the little annoying changes. Claude has finished developing this tool using the Playground skill. And what we're looking at here is the Viable Edge website. As I start to click around here, you can see that the colors are changing, the design is changing. I can make a lot of different edits and adjustments. I can make all of these different adjustments that previously would require a lot of prompting, a lot of hair pulling. And I think it's one of the reasons that a lot of people have struggled with UI in Claude Code and other coding agents. There is a pre-built prompt for you to take back to Claude. I simply copy that prompt and I enter it in. And it's as simple as that. To install the Playground skill, it's very easy. Just copy the commands in the description into a Claude session, run them one after the other. After you run those commands, type plugins, and you can go to the marketplace, go to claude-plugins-official. I already have it installed, so it's showing up under installed plugins, but you can browse plugins. It would show up in this list. You hit space to select it, and then you should be all set to use the Playground skill. And you can invoke it simply by saying, use the Playground skill to create a layout tool for me to tweak, edit, and enhance the website. And that's the whole thing. As I was experimenting with this, I came up with some really interesting use cases, maybe not always practical, but definitely fun. Here's a first-person file browser for skills. Here I'm editing the UI of poker dogs. This is a fun little experiment with agents playing poker against each other as dogs. You can look at it on my website at pokerdogs.viableedge.com. Here is a really out of this world visualizer of a website analytics report. Here is a Playground skill generator that can create other interesting Playground ideas. Here is an ICP tool to help define and customize an ICP. I wanted to see if I can create a drag and drop canvas. I can adjust different elements here, dial in my ICP profile, and then when I'm ready, get that as a prompt that I could bring into my project. So I encourage you to go experiment with this. I think this is going to help a lot of people get more comfortable with Claude Code. If you come up with any cool playgrounds, please share. If you like this video, I invite you to like and subscribe to the channel. I partner and work with small businesses on AI marketing systems. Visit viableedge.com to find my email address and a booking link. I also invite you to subscribe to the Viable Edge newsletter, where I'm sharing skills, tactics, and workflows. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.